Harivam students, welcome back to online session. Before going to reveal today's topic name, once we revise the part 1 of this lesson. In the previous session, you have studied about the blanket of air, the layer of air that surrounds the earth like a blanket is called the atmosphere. The earth is neither too hot nor too cold, and about 3 by 4ths of earth is covered with water, 1 by 4th is with land. And the ancestors believed that the earth is like a flattened. But a Portuguese explorer, Ferdinand Magellan, proved that the earth was round. In fact, the shape is more like an orange. It is a bit flatter at the top and bottom. Now in the next slide, I will show some pictures. You watch them carefully, and from that we will get about today's topic name. So listen carefully and note down important points also. Look at these two pictures. Here in the first picture, these animals, plants, human beings. So these are all living things. How can you say these are all living things? In science subject also came. How can you say? Living things can breathe, can grow, and they can eat food. They can reproduce, and they can walk, they move, they run. So from all these characteristics, we can say these are all living things. Look at in next picture. Here you can see rocks, socks, car, doll, a table and a brush. These can move? No. These can grow? No. These can reproduce? These can walk? No. Why? These are all non-living things. So, the main difference between the living and non-living things is growing. Living things can grow, non-living things cannot grow. And we see many things on the earth. So, living things are animals, plants and human beings. See, so all animals, plants and human beings are living things. Why? They can grow and they can walk, they can run, they can breathe, they can reproduce. Have you ever seen any mountain, building or furniture growing? No, it is not possible. Why? Those are all non-living things. So all these are non-living things. These are all non-living things. See, why I am telling about these living things and non-living things means, can we see the size of the earth? No. Can we see the shape of the earth at a time? No. So that's why our scientists and our map makers, astronomers, what did they do for the better advancement to study about the earth? See, can we see the size of the earth at one time? The earth is very big and round in shape. Here A and D and round in shape. It is like a huge ball. Look at this picture. how the earth is looking here? A huge, very big ball. And it is not possible to see the earth at one time. So we use a model of the earth to study it. See here, look at this picture. In this, we can see only half of the earth only. Remaining, we can't see. So for that, what our scientists and astronomers and map makers did, the model of the earth is called a globe. So look at this picture. What is this? This is a globe. And how the shape of this globe? It's shaped like the earth. In the previous slide I showed you the shape of the earth. So the globe means model of the earth. The model of the earth is called globe. It helps us to see different places on it. So what is the main use of this globe? To see different places on it. At a time, we can see only half of the earth on a globe. For example, look at this picture. Here, this boy is seeing east side. That means this side, right side of the globe. This girl is west. That means left side of the places. So, we can see only half of the earth on a globe. And we can spin the globe to see the other half. For example, if this boy is want to see another side of the globe, he must spin that. And what the girl will do? She will also spin if she wants to see other side of the globe. So we can spin the globe to see the other half. It also gives us an idea about the areas of the earth. So the globe will give an idea about the areas of the earth. What are the areas of the earth? The land parts and water. The land bodies, land masses and water bodies. In the previous session, I already said 3/4 of water, 1/4 of land. So 3/4 water. This one land, 1/4. So the globe gives us an idea about the areas of the earth that are land or water. In the third picture you can see here the teacher is showing the water bodies and land masses on the globe. So what is a globe? The model of the earth. It's shaped like the earth. It helps us to see different places on it. Though globes are helpful, there are certain problems. For example, in our home we have so many things. We use them for different purposes. Even though we have some disadvantages with them. Like for example, knife is there. We use knife for cutting vegetables, fruits like that. So another disadvantage is it will used by the thieves. Why? To cut the throats of other people. So here anything, it has advantages and also disadvantages. So in the same way, here globes are helpful and also disadvantages. So we can see only a part of the earth on a globe at one time. So what is the main disadvantage here? We can see only a part of the earth, and we need to turn it around to look at another part. If you want to see, you have to turn it. Look at this picture here. See, these three children are seeing the places on the globe. If they want to see other side, they have to turn it, they have to rotate it. Here also this teacher is teaching by using globe. So if she wants to tell remaining half of the globe, means she has to turn it. On a small globe, it is difficult to show many places and areas in great detail. So one more disadvantage is it is very difficult on a small globe to show many places and areas in great detail. Great detail means with more explanation, with more information. Whereas big globe would be difficult to carry. Look at this third picture. Here these two kids are trying to carry this big globe. So, and here one word given, careful. So a big globe would be difficult to carry. So these are the disadvantages of globe. So uses are there, disadvantages are there. So to overcome these disadvantages of the globe, what our map makers did? Mapping it out. There is another simple and easy way to study the earth. So, not only by using globe, we can study the earth by using another way. So, what is that? We can study the earth on a map. So, by using map, we can study about the earth. A map. So what is a map? A map is drawing of the earth or a part of it. So we can draw the whole earth or a part of it. When you draw a map of a place, you show it on a flat surface. So a map of the earth is drawing of the earth or a part of it. And maps are much easier to make. For a globe, we would require a rounded ball with a bulb in the middle and flattened on both ends. But a map, to make a map, just we need a simple piece of paper. So a simple piece of paper can be used to make a map. Whereas to make a globe, we must need a rounded ball with a bulb in the middle and flattened on both the ends. And maps can be big or small. And we can fold them. For example, I gave you a piece of paper. How can you keep it in your bag? By folding it. So folding. So here maps can fold and we can roll them. So rolling. For example, in chapatis, after putting stuff, that means vegetables, all that, what will you do? We will roll it. Then we start eating. So rolling. And carry them wherever we want. So we can carry wherever whereas globe we can't carry. So we can fold them, we can roll them, and we can carry them. We can hang them also. See, maps can be hangers. So our shirts, will be hanged, hangers, hanging them on the wall and look at them. These are called wall maps. Look at this picture. This is wall map. Here if you observe, they hanged here. How we have hangers for clothes. So hang maps, wall maps. We can carry and can check when we want to find a place. So not only carrying, whenever you need, you can check to find a place. If you forgot a place address, so if you opened the map, you can easily find out the way. In the second picture, if you observe, these are rolling maps. Rolling maps. So maps mean we can study the earth on a map, and it is the drawing of the whole earth or a part of it. They can be big or small. We can fold them, roll them, hang them, and we can carry them also. And the hanging maps are called as wall maps. We can know the political and physical features of a country through maps. So listen this point once again. We can know the political and physical features of the country. For example, if we want to know about our country's physical features, that means mountains, rivers, plateaus, plains, deserts, these physical maps will useful for us. If we want to know about the states and union territories, the political maps will be used. A map on which the whole surface of the earth is drawn is called a world map. So what is meant by world map? A map on which the whole surface of the earth is drawn. That means about the land masses and water bodies. These are all drawn on the surface of the paper and is called as world map. In the world map, there are some areas which are blue and some that are brown. The blue color shows the water bodies and the brown color shows the land area. Here not only brown color, other colors are also there. See here, look at this picture. This map will show the political features of the world. So political features means countries and their capitals. This second picture will show you the physical features of the world map. Physical features means just now I said water bodies, mountains and about other things. Here if you observe, this blue color represents water bodies and other colors are also there like yellow, brown, violet, green, like that. So not only brown, other colors are also used to show the land area. So generally on maps, yellow color represents desert, brown color represents mountains, blue color represents water bodies, green color represents plains, that means plants like that. So once again I will repeat that one. Brown color represents mountains, blue color represents water bodies, and green color represents plains. Here in plains crops will grow, forests are there, that means trees. So trees, plants are in which color? Green. Next, Yellow color represents deserts. So in deserts the land is covered with sand. So sand is in which color? Yellowish color. So different colors used for to show different land masses. Blue color represents the water bodies. When maps are collected together in a book, see, book. What is a book? With number of pages. That is called a book. Here, when we used the maps, we call them as atlas. A book of map is called, a book of maps is called atlas. Atlas. So look at this picture here. This is the atlas book. Inside it we have many maps, old maps, country maps, states maps, districts maps, like that. Maps can be of the whole earth or a part of it. I told you this point in the previous slides also. Or even of a small place. So maps can be of the whole earth or a part of it or even of a small place. And we may even draw a map of our neighborhood to help someone reach our home. See, we may even draw a map of our neighborhood. For example, beside our or in our locality we have a temple. So that is the landmark for our home. If any new person, unknown person came to our home, they forgot our way to our home. So at that time we can show the way by using map, route map. So to help someone reach our home. Here in this picture you can see inside of the atlas how the pages will be. So a book of maps is called as atlas. Look at these pictures. In the first picture you can see the neighborhood map. So neighborhood means beside our homes there may be a school, a marketplace, a police station, post office. So route map like that. So we can draw the map of our neighborhood also. In the second picture also you can see this is also neighborhood map. See here, for example, this is our house. So imagine this is your house. See, beside your house school is there and here park will be there and post office also there. Okay, so pond, library also there. So just for example I have given this neighborhood map. Next, these are the maps of our country and state and our mandal and our village. Our school is located in the previous session also I told you our school GVK Chinmaya Vidyalaya is located in Kottur village, Indukurpet mandal, SPS Nellore district, that means Sri Potti Sri Ramulu Nellore district, and in Andhra Pradesh state and in India. Our country name is India. India is located in Asia continent. Asia continent is on the earth, that means our planet. The planet name is Earth. In the solar system our Earth is in third place, third position. So Earth. Here in the first picture this is India. In that India, they are showing where is our Andhra Pradesh here. So in detail you can see. So this is our state Andhra Pradesh. In Andhra Pradesh, in the second picture, you can see this is our Nellore. In the third picture, in Nellore district, Indukurpet. So remember one thing here, just for understanding purpose, I took our school name, village name and our Indukurpet Mandal only. So you can apply this one to your villages, your house localities also. And in the fourth picture, if you observe, see here, Bay of Bengal is there near Maipadu. And here you can see this is all our Nellore districts. In this Nellore district, mandals are there. Indukurpet mandal also is one of these mandals. And Kottur also will be there. Next, here I took example of our Shirdi Sai Baba Mandir in Indukurpet Mandal in Kottur village. Beside Baba temple we have, opposite Baba temple we have Anjaneya Swami temple. Now finally, here in the last page, this is the Google map of our GVK Chinmay Vidyalaya. So if any new children want to join in our school, the parents they don't know the address of our school. Nowadays we can utilize the Google Maps. So in the Google map, if you go to search and if you typed GVK Chinmaya Vidyalaya, it will show like this. See, where is our GVK Chinmay Vidyalaya located. So by using this Google map, they can reach to our school. So these are all examples of different maps. So country map, state map, district map, and this is also about district map, and this is particular place map, and this is also a place map. So school, here I took a temple example, here in this our school example. So this is about globes and maps. Hope you all understood today's session. We will meet in the next session with a new topic. Thank you. Hari Om.